Imagine a world, if you will, where flipping your fishing kayak in the surf is no big deal. A fishing kayak that protects all of your gear and can actually ride waves. A fishing kayak that is lighter, faster, and sleeker than any fishing kayak that has come before it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Stealth Fisha 555.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another amazing episode of Lost Horizon Fishing. Well, it is finally here after a 958-mile round-trip drive all the way up to Santa Rosa and back here to Huntington Beach. The big yellow kayak has finally arrived. Check this thing out. It is 18 feet 2 inches long, 27 inches wide, and weighs in at a slim, trim 65 pounds. Because of the length, you get amazing glide out of every stroke, and because you have that amazing glide, you can cover a lot of distance out on the water. So let's check this thing out from bow to stern. All right, starting off here with the two drain plugs. The forward plug drains most of the kayak with the exception of the fish hatch, and this plug here drains the fish hatch. This is a heavy-duty handle. There's one of these on the front and the back. It's super strong. It helps you lift the kayak, especially if you have somebody holding that handle at the other end and help you carry it down to the beach. This right here is a paddle strap, and it's used to secure the paddle when the paddle's not in use. Once you hook that big yellowtail at La Jolla Shores, you just grab your paddle and just shove it underneath there, and it's out of the way. Moving forward here, this strap right here is the grab strap that you use to drag your kayak into the surf when you're ready to launch. This bungee is part of the adjustment for the pedal rudder system. And this, my friends, is where the magic happens. This is the main fish hatch. Let me show you how this thing works. There are two straps that hold the main fish hatch in place. Let's go ahead and remove those real quick. I have them very loose here just to make life easy. And once those straps are removed, you can flip the hatch open. And this, my friends, is where the magic happens, because this isn't just a fish hatch. This fish hatch is over 8 feet long, so this is where things get really, really nice. Slide that rod out of there. We got 4 rod holders on the back. We'll get to that in a second. Pull another rod out. Grab a third rod, and really you could have 4, maybe even 5 rods in there depending on what the size of the equipment is. And you can get some very large fish in this hatch. I've seen videos where guys are putting 40, 50, even 60-pound tunas in here. So this is an amazing feature, and it's really one of the highlights of the kayak for sure. And honestly, I really shouldn't even call it a kayak. It's really a surfski, a hybrid surfski that's been modified for open water fishing. Imagine the extra confidence it would give you knowing that all your equipment is safely stored inside here. Even your fish finder will go inside here when you're going through the surf, coming back to the beach. Everything's safely stored inside. So if you do happen to flip over, all your gear is high and dry and protected inside here. You don't have to worry about getting stuck by a gaff or a fish hook or losing a rod. It's really a solid, really a nice feature and an awesome setup on this kayak. This little clear lid right here is equally amazing. What do you think that is? Well, believe it or not, that is a live bait well, and it has 2 scuppers inside. It's got an intake and exhaust. As soon as you start paddling, it draws water in the intake. The live bait well begins to fill, and then you put a tube on the outlet there, and that determines how high the level of the water is. And because it's so far below the water line, even when you stop, there's still enough water to keep your live bait alive. And if you don't need a live bait well, you can also use this for dry storage by just putting 2 plugs in there. So it is really awesome. I cannot wait to give that a try. This is the molded in seat. As you can see, it's super deep. It's so deep, in fact, and it doesn't have a scupper hole. I'm wondering if I'm going to be fishing while sitting in a puddle of water. We'll see how that works out. Just behind the seat, we've got a really nice dry storage area. It's got plenty of room. It doesn't go too far back here, but underneath the seat, there's tons of room in there, so no problem with storage. You can put your lunch in there, extra fishing tackle, dry clothes, anything that's really important that you don't want to get wet, like your phone and your key fob for your car. You probably want to keep it either in a dry bag or a dry box just to be safe. I'm sure it's basically waterproof, but nothing's 100% waterproof. Water always seems to find a way. There's 4 molded in rod holders. Let me step back here. You can check that out. The 2 forward ones, the ones closest to the seat, are tilted out for trolling, and they're tilted out quite a ways, so that'll keep the baits nice and far apart. There's a couple of pad eyes here, one here and one here for connecting your rod leashes. On the 2 rod holders on the back, we got a pad eye here also for rod leashes. This would be a casting rod, and then maybe here you might want to put a sabiki setup or live bait. Got a bungee set up here in case you want to strap something to the top of the kayak. Not sure exactly what that would be, but it's there if you need it. This gives you access to the rudder assembly. There's the rudder down there, and that's controlled by your feet. And this is the handle on the back, and it's exactly like one on the front, super strong. And one thing that I did not show you were the pedals that control the rudder. Real simple setup, basically. Just push to turn the direction you want to go. Very intuitive, no problem there. And that is basically it. No question about it, this machine is best suited for fishing offshore. Going through the surf, coming back to the beach with all your gear safely stowed away, you can't beat that. But does that mean it's going to replace my Hobie? No way. That rotomolded construction on the Hobie, that plastic, man, that stuff's indestructible. You can drop it, you can drag it across rocks, and it'll just keep on going. Those things are super strong. This machine is made out of fiberglass, and although it is durable, it is not the same as rotomolded plastic, so the Hobie will always have a place in my garage. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like. And if you have not subscribed yet to Lost Horizon Fishing, I recommend you do it now, and I will see you out on the water.